Howdy folks. I just want to make a quick video on how the new venue system works. This isn't like a final video by any means, this is a quick video I'm making. Nothing crazy. I'll probably make a more official video later on, but I just want to show you how this new system works. So I'm just going to assume you already have Unity open and you have it all working, so you can click play and YARG runs just fine. And from this state, what you can do is if you pull from the most recent changes, there should be a new folder here called venue. And this is basically where all the venue stuff will be handled. So you go into here, there's a new venue creation scene. And if you go into here, you can see this is where you should be making the venue now. If you look on the left here, there's a venue object here, and this is basically what everything's going to go into. So if you open that up, there's now a camera, a global volume, a light manager, a sun, and a stage. So basically the camera is as before. We have some new post-processing and lighting stuff in here. So now you can have the lighting separate to the tracks. And that's the same with the global volume. Here you can adjust the post-processing. And the light manager is basically for the venue lights. So basically don't touch this. And there's also the sun object, which basically controls the lighting. So I can make the lighting red if I wanted. And it's kind of hard to see, but you can see that it does in fact turn the lighting more red if I do that. You know, I can change it to whatever color I want. Along with that, I can also increase or decrease the intensity. And the best of all, you can actually rotate the sun. So if you click on the sun and click on this rotation icon, you can rotate the sun and it'll change the time of day, which is really cool. By default, we have it at like dusk here for this test scene, but obviously this can all be removed. So basically where you want to put everything is in the stage area. So yeah, put things here, and there's also an example present with the floor and also the 6 lights you can have. So yeah, if you want to actually start creating a venue, you can just get rid of these two things and put everything into here. Let's just take a look at the example here. So it's just a plane with a material on it, and there's also the 6 lights. So these lights are controlled via the venue. So if you go in game here, you can see that the lights are actually connected to the venue. So I'm going to show you how to set the lights up so they can do that. So back in this scene, by the way, it seems like the lighting in this isn't 100% accurate. I'm not too sure why, but I'll try to fix it in the near future. But what you can do is you can click on each lighting object, and all you gotta do now is create a light. So here, I'll just make a new light as an example. So you can right click, light, and then, I don't know, spotlight. Then you can position it however you want. So you can rotate it, move it around, just like so. I'm gonna make this light over here. I can change the range, I can change the radius. Kind of like this. And most important of all, you can increase the intensity. And this basically just allows you to actually like show the light. Now this light will not be connected to the venue. So in order to connect it to the venue, all I gotta do is click add component, such a venue light, and now this light is connected with the venue. So you can change the location of the light, which is left, right, front, back, center, or crowd. This doesn't really do much right now, and there probably will be some more settings here eventually, but for now this is all you really need for it to connect with the venue. And if you need to create multiple on the left, let's say, you can just copy this. As long as they're all on the left, they should work. Another thing you should keep in mind is Unity actually has a per object light limit. So if I duplicate this a lot, you can see that these other lights eventually do go away. So please do keep that in mind while doing this. It actually looks more like per distance, because like if I move this over here, the light goes away. So it seems like it's like a distance based thing. So I'm not too sure how that works, but we can see if we can up that limit in the future. Yeah, anyways, we just add this light in. I'm gonna make it, I don't know, green as an example. And in order to export this, just click on venue, right click on the bundle background manager and click export background just like before. I'm just gonna put it in the global venue folder, save it, replace it. It should do its thing. And if you click play, you should see that it works correctly and the green light is there. And if we wait for it to do something, the lights are also responsive. One thing I forgot to mention while making the video is make sure everything is in the venue layer. And if an object is in the venue layer, it basically guarantees it'll get the correct lighting and camera information. So for example, if I were to make a cube here, and I set the layer not to venue, but to default, it seems fine at first. But if we look at the camera can't actually see it. And if we go into the game view, we can also see the cube is not there. But as soon as we change the layer to venue, the cube will appear. And this is the same for any lighting information. However, if you create objects from this menu, so if I right click on stage, 3D object cube, it should automatically be in the right layer. However, if something is wrong and you notice that some things, or the lighting or things are not appearing, all you gotta do is click on venue at the top, click on layer, and click on venue again. And it says, do you want to set the layer venue for all children? And it says yes, change all children. And that should fix the issues. Now, another thing to keep in mind is how asset management works for venues. So if you want to create, or let's say you want to import a model, make sure you put it in the venue and unique folder. So this is where all the venue unique assets will go. So all the models, all the textures unique to this specific venue. Along with that, there is a common folder, which is going to be assets that are used across multiple venues, so like generic things. For example, this wooden floor texture is available here. So you have these textures to use and these materials. And these are guaranteed not to change through versions, unlike normal assets, which could change in the future. So they're basically just like a template objects and stuff you can use for every venue. And they're like very basic thing. However, if you do want to add venue specific stuff, please do put it in a unique folder. Along with this, you might notice that the venue profile is in here. So post-processing is unique per venue. So you can change all these settings as per the venue, and it should reflect it properly. For example, I'm just going to add a vignette and make it like super strong as an example. As you can see, my whole screen's like black now. But if I were to export this background, you can see that that venue is now reflected. As you can see, there's a very strong vignette now. And as you can see, this also does not affect the actual track itself. This is the same with the lighting. So if I go into, as an example, I'm just going to go in here and edit the lighting directly. But if I were to, let's say, make it completely nighttime, as you can see, the lighting is reflected. And if I were to make it daytime, you can also see that it worked here. I mean, it's kind of hard to see with the vignette, but what I'm trying to say is it doesn't affect the actual track, no matter what lighting, unlike before. So yeah, anyways, that's about it for now. If you have any issues, just let me know. It's just a quick little video. Want to showcase what we have so far. I will probably make an official tutorial once we get more settled in. There are some other things I want to add with the lights, for example, sweeping effects. So we can define a start and end rotation and it can sweep it for us. But for the most part, if you are creating a venue, not much should be changed from now on. The only thing that might change is there might be some more managers and stuff over here eventually, but for now it's completely fine. And as long as you use only common assets or unique assets, your venues should persist through updates.